We'll continue the topic, public speaking. There's a missing piece. I will let you know what that missing piece is. And public speaking is actually basically persuasion. Persuasion is just to replace someone's worldview with something better. And that's persuasion with good intention. And there's many frameworks, methods that are proven to be working. You know, if you're looking at Dale Carnegie's method, if you're looking at TED Talks methodology, all kinds of frameworks out there, they all work. They all work. For example, this particular one, I don't know whether you're familiar with. I found it very useful. It's called MMS. It's Monroes Motivated Sequence. This is from the political speechwriters world. Political speechwriters use this very often. Yeah. I happen to have some connection with certain speechwriters in the past. They write for quote unquote big guys for campaigns and stuff. So this is their open secret. They use Monroe's motivated sequence. What is that, by the way? It's basically step one, get attention. If you're looking at Reagan's famous speech back in the 80s, or Donald Trump's, or even Joe Biden's or Obama's, they all follow a formula. Step one, get attention. And step two, establish the need. And step three, satisfy the need. You wanted to see, okay, what is the need? Okay, we need infrastructure. The buildings are collapsing. The bridges are collapsing. China is building the bullet train and we have none, right? Establish the need and satisfy the need. But in order to do this, we need $2 trillion or $4 trillion to build, to replenish, and to renovate to satisfy the need. And also visualize the future. And they all use the picturestic and emotional. They're tapping into your emotion. Imagine in the future, yeah, we can all travel from Miami to New York in 3 hours by the train, or everybody can have this and this, right? And visualize the future. Everybody, amen, sister. Oh, they're all doing that. Yeah. If you look at some of the famous mega church pastors or those orators, politicians, they all use this, especially during crisis. They like to use this. And step 5 is call to actions. By voting for me, by voting for this bill, please take action, go vote. And yeah, their sequence. If you do a little bit anatomy, that is the exact formula that they follow. So this is MMS. Another one is 1,000 years old by Aristotle, the rhetorical triangle. Okay. Basically ethos, pathos, and logos. This is a tried and true. Okay. Ethos is building trust by establishing your credibility and authority, basically as a speaker and writer. For example, when people would say, well, 30 years ago when I was blah, 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 and I was this and this, and I was doing this and this, that was trying to establish the authority and credibility. And pathos is actually, this is the time that the author will tap into your emotion, appealing to emotion by connecting with the audience with the values and interest, stirring up your emotion. Imagine you are in this building. Imagine you're in pain. Imagine you're the relative of that Miami Surfside building, blah, blah, blah. They're tapping into the pains. And logos are actually the logic, because remember, we have to first get into the emotion of the audience, because emotion is the gatekeeper. No matter how well your logic is, how organized your logic is, without tapping into the emotion, it won't pass through. So appealing to your audience intelligence with well-structured and clearly argued ideas, you have to have a very logical framework. But before that, marinate it or massage with emotion. Yeah, this is a very good structure, tried and true, rhetorical triangle. Or there's another one, 4 principles of great public speaking. First thing is understand your audience. Number 2, prepare your content. 3 is deliver confidently. 4, control the environment, right? When we are doing some kind of speech, we're doing a public presentation or whatnot, we can use this 3 framework. But this is not my argument. My argument is they are all good. They're all very well established, tried and true. But it is under the assumption. It is under the one assumption that your voice and flow are already good. Unfortunately, for the first generation immigrants ourselves, very rarely this has already been established or passed. So now I wanted to do a little bit challenge for you, okay? I'm going to let you do a voicemail challenge, okay? I'm going to ask some of you to record your voicemail greetings, okay? How about you, Serena? Would you like to record your voicemail greetings?
Should I start now?
Yes, you can start now.
Hello, Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Serena Luo. Please leave a message after the beep. Thank you.
Okay. Can you do a little bit longer?
Oh, okay. Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Serena Luo. I'm sorry, I'm not available right now. If you don't mind, please leave a voicemail. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Robin, can you give us an example of your voicemail reading?
Hello, this is Robin with the voicemail. Thank you for reaching out to me. Please leave your name and phone number. I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, good. I'm going to ask one more person, okay? Ziling, would you like to record your readings for the voicemail?
Okay.
Press pound to record your message.
Hi, this is Ziling. I'm so glad you are reaching me. So please leave your name, phone number after beep. I will return back your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. How do you all feel? Serena, how do you feel about it? Do you think you can do a little bit better?
I certainly can do better.
Okay.
Before I did actually listen to my own recording, especially for the work ones. I try many versions, making sure I'm recording the best sounding one. But this one, I guess I'm in the class. I don't want to waste any of his time. Plus, I feel comfortable with the group. So I'm like, whatever you want, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Believe it or not, voicemail is a form of public speaking. If we handle it without any preparation, you probably will end up recording like 20 times, and you probably will end up not willing to listen to your own version. But here's the key. If you, let's say, got some script from other people, okay, and you just read it like a traditional script, right? Let's do this, okay? We can put this. And hello, this is, I'm like on a call or away from my desk. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you. Thank you. Okay, Serena, now can you read this part?
Hi, this is Serena Luo. I'm either on a call or away from my desk. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.
How do you feel this time?
Better.
Much better, right? You are confident.
More controlled.
You're more controlled because when you were doing it first time, 80% of your brain power were actively creating this, assembling this, checking this, retrieving this. The chances of you get disfluent is very high. Okay, I might as well just re-recording it. But this is a simple hack, okay? You just write it down, read it, especially read it like this Shakespearean sonnet version, you are going to be much better. Yeah. And this is another one. Ziling, would you like to try this one? Let's just say you represent the company called Ziling Industry. Okay.
Hi, you reached the Ziling Industry. Unfortunately, we are currently unavailable, but we want to talk to you. So please leave your name and number, as well your reason for calling. And someone will call you back as soon as possible.
How do you feel this time?
Yeah, it's much easier to understand.
Yeah. Why I show you this is because we wanted to focus on the flow of it. Because even before we talk about all those frameworks, all those methods and all that, we have to first learn the flow. We want to learn the flow of the script, okay? So there's another challenge. This is another TED Talk script, okay? Serena, can you read it? Just this part here.
I need to make a confession at the outset here. A little over 20 years ago, I did something that I regret, something I'm not particularly proud of, something that in many ways I wish no one would ever know. But here I feel kind of obliged to review. In the late 1980s, in a moment of youthful indiscretion, I went to law school.
Okay, good. We can feel that she has used her tonality and her voice to make this script very presentable, right? However, if we want to make this even easier using the formula, I need to make a confession at the outset here. A little over 20 years ago, I did something that I regret, something that I'm not particularly proud of, something that in many ways I wish no one would ever know. But here I feel kind of obliged to review. I feel kind of obliged to review. In the late 1980s, in a moment of youthful indiscretion, I went to law school. So, do you think that if we have a script in front of us, and this script is codified like this,
yeah,
along with the framework, the ethos, pathos, and logos, along with the content, do you think we are able to persuade our audience and we can make this a powerful presentation?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right. But in the past, before we know the accent code, we probably pay much more attention to those things. Sometimes we'll make impromptu speech. There's a lot of inconsistency there. And sometimes we don't even use the framework. That's why people judge us. Hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Because on the intrinsic side, the voice and the sound, the melody, the rhythm, there's none or very bad. Just like a music. You have to like the melody first in order to love the lyrics second, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, you are basically singing a song. It's the same thing. And the way we're doing this voicemail is the same thing. We are singing a song. The reason why we love those singers is because there's literally zero mistakes. For daily conversation, there's other formulas, but for the important ones, even like your voicemail, do you know how important your voicemail is, actually? You know, sometimes you call some professional people, very accountable. You call them, hi, this is blah, 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 and I'm either on a call away from my desk. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you. Thank you. That is professionalism. How do we get that professionalism? Just Google voicemail transcript, and you will get a lot of templates, and no one will ever accuse you of plagiarizing. And you can codify it and read it and record your own voicemail. That's the easiest way to hack the system.
I need to make a confession at the outset here. A little over 20 years ago, I did something that I regret, something that I'm not particularly proud of, something that in many ways I wish no one would ever know, but that here I feel kind of obliged to reveal. In the late 1980s, in a moment of youthful indiscretion, I went to law school. Now,
do you think he just made this speech out of the blue? No, this is the secret, especially in the era of Zoom. Guys, we have an open book test right now. For all your important PowerPoint, for all your important speeches, please prepare and codify your script. This person here, Daniel Pink's TED Talk, just like all the other thousands of TED Talk, they're all staged down to every single sentence. It's all staged. All those great speeches of all time, they are all pre-written, scripted. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone. Well, I take that back. Some people, they have the ability to do that, but they actually have a framework already inside their head. Yeah, it takes preparation. It takes study. If we live in America, the modern method, just talking about, oh, you just need to pay attention to the body language. You need to pay attention to the eye contact. You need to pay attention to the framework and the content and all that. But nobody ever talk about actually you need to make it very melody-like, fluent delivery. And for us, a simple way to hack it is just to get your script and make sure you read it over and over and make sure you just like sing a song. And by the way, guys, if you turn on your closed captioning of your TV shows or your movies, each one of those units is the closed captioning, it's the subtitles. And by reading it, you will get the rhythm. I need to make a confession at the outset here. A little over 20 years ago, I did something that I regret, something that I'm not particularly proud of, something that in many ways I wish no one would ever know. But here, I feel kind of obliged to reveal. It's natural. All those naturalness are all prepared. So you can hack the TED Talk. Yeah. before you deliver any speech. Learn the scripts of good speeches a lot. They're very easy to find. Commencement speech or any speech that's in Congress or congressional debates, all great speeches. Just read it, just absorb it. You will see a lot of pattern there. But I'm still using this tried and true formula. It's not really a secret, but it is a secret that a lot of people overlook, and at least they're not aware of. Step one, analyze their minimal processing unit. When you get a speech, go find the transcript of their speech. Analyze their minimal processing unit. We all clear what is a minimal processing unit, right? It's like each breath. And then analyze their sense groups, cut into sense groups. Same as singing a song. If you want to sing a song, you have to have your lyrics ready, right? And you have to break them into small groups. Some you have to prolong it. 那些时候, you wanted to prolong certain melody, yeah. And also polish the linking. This is exactly the same thing we talk about in the accent code. Polish the linking. Make sure the linking, stopping sounds, verbs, consonants, they're all polished and smoothed out. Imagine you're using a flat iron, okay? There's a lot of crumbles on the shirt. There's a lot of crumbles on the pants. Using this iron to flat them out. Otherwise, it will look very, very ugly or sounded very ugly. And highlight the keywords. How do we highlight the keywords? Vowel. Play with vowels. Prolong the vowels. What do I mean by that? I need to make a confession. This part is a processing unit. And I need to make a confession. This is the sense group. I need to make a confession. And confession is a keyword, is highlighted. Confession. Confession. I prolong the keyword. I need to make a confession. And also here, we need to smooth out a connectivity. Add the outset here. Keyword, prolong it. A little over 20 years ago, keyword, I did something that I regret. Regret is a keyword. Did you notice that almost every last word of the processing unit is the keyword? And most likely you prolong the vowels, something that I'm not particularly proud of, something that in many ways, I wish no one would ever know. No, right? But here, I feel kind of obliged to reveal. This is the secret. This is the source code. If you follow this model, you will duplicate, clone exactly those great speakers. Haisha, would you like to try?
I need to make a confession here. No, actually, sorry, it's different. I need to make a confession at the outset here. A little over 20 years ago, I did something that I regret, something that I'm not particularly proud of, something that in many ways, I wish no one would ever know. But here, I feel kind of obliged to reveal.
There you go. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. As long as you follow this formula, this is like a source code. You can duplicate the whole process. Yeah. This is the secret, guys. This is the secret. This is totally hackable. Totally hackable. So if you just go back to all the famous people's speech, first, make sure it's codified. Analyze their minimal processing unit. And then analyze their sense groups. Make sure it is 团结一致, not 团结一致. Okay, sense groups, and then polish the linking and highlight the keywords. So you will be able to duplicate or mimic or clone the original speech. That's the formula. So the key to deliver a good public speech in public with confidence is, remember two things: melody, rhythm, flow. This is the out layer of it. You have to have this. And second is a framework, structure, and principle. So recommended TED Talk, The Puzzle of Motivation by Daniel Pink, and also his book, Drive, for this week.